Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers back with you today for round 4 of Omega versus Tudor. As you can see here on my left, I have the 38mm Aqua Terra shades, the sandstone dial, pretty close to champagne if you ask me. And on my right is the 39mm Tudor Black Bay. If you're a fan of the channel and you follow the channel, you know probably about 4 or 5 months ago, I did a comparison of the 38 and the 36 Black Bay. And I actually pulled the 36 Black Bay today first because I do think it's the closest in size to the 38. I think this 39 wears a little bit larger. However, since I already did that video, I will link that video in the description as well of this video. But I wanted to compare the 39 to the 38 today. And really for this, if you're not familiar with what we're doing here, this is round 4 of 5. So if you haven't missed, if you've missed the previous 3 rounds, this is Omega models versus Tudor models. And which one would you pick? And for today's purposes, you can pick any Aqua Terra model that you like versus any Black Bay model that you like, non-diver, all right? We're going with the smooth bezel here, so any size, any color configuration. I wish I would have had blue or different color for you, but unfortunately, inventory didn't cooperate with me today, so you're getting the champagne again here, albeit the different size here. So again, 37.8mm diagonally across this case, 37.2 across the polished bezel, and 31.8 across the sapphire crystal. Compared to the Tudor, again, the 39mm, I measured 39.7 diagonally across the case, 38.8 across that polished bezel that just sits ever so slightly on top of that case. Very similar on the Omega. They just sit on top of the case a little bit. And then 32.3, so about a ½ millimeter larger on the crystal of this 39mm Black Bay compared to the 38 Aqua Terra. Moving on to case thickness. Again, pretty similar, 12.4 on our Aqua Terra, 12.2 on our 39mm Black Bay. Lug to lug, 44.5 on the Omega versus 47, so 3mm larger, 47.5 on the Black Bay. And then we have a 19mm lug width that tapers down to 17, and we'll get to that clasp in a second. And on the Tudor, it's a 21mm lug width, tapering down to 18, and then back out to 20 at the deployant clasp. So let's take a look at these clasps and bracelets. Again, on the Omega here, we have a butterfly style clasp, dual push button release. We have removable links by screws and a pin. So you have 2 small screws on each side and a pin in the middle, keeping those together. No micro adjustment, and it does not appear we have any half links either. So hopefully, again, looking at the links are pretty small, should be able to get a pretty good fit on it. But when we get to the Tudor, you'll see it maybe not quite as good of a fit as you would get on it. We do have an exhibition case back, and underneath there you can see we have the movement. That's the Omega caliber 8800, 50 hours of power reserve. We have a signed screw down crown, 150 meters of water resistance. In the full stainless steel case and bracelet on this model, I weighed at 133.6 grams. Retail on it is $6,600. You have a nicely framed date window here at 6 o'clock. Really nice sunburst pattern on the dial. And on the Tudor, again, we have a deployant style clasp compared to the butterfly on the Omega. So deployant with the flip lock or clamshell locking mechanism. We have a, I should have looked at this too. We do have a, what I'll call more of a president style bracelet on the Aqua Terra versus your Jubilee style 5-link on your Tudor. So some may have a strong preference one way or another there. The clasp, again, a little bit thicker as well. Like I said, the Omega down to 17. The clasp itself here on this 39mm model is back to 20. We have a solid stainless steel case back compared to that exhibition case back on the Omega. Underneath there is the MT5602 Kinesi in-house movement. 70 hours of power reserve. We do have a signed screw down crown, 100 meters of water resistance. And this weighed about 20 grams more than our Omega, 154.5 grams. And retail on this model, $4,025, so about $1,600 cheaper. And again, a really nice sunburst pattern. No date on this one. If you want your date, your Omega is your option. So let's kind of give you hopefully these side by side here. Again, I do think the 36 millimeter compares a little bit better in just comparisons and figures to this 38, but I still wanted to be able to give you another video here with the larger 39 millimeter version. I'll link that 36 in the description. Let me throw these both on wrist. Again, I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. And the Tudor. Let me hit the lights, give you a quick lume shot. As always, greatly appreciate you viewing. Looking forward to hearing if you prefer the Omega Aqua Terra or the Tudor Black Bay on your wrist for your money. As always, greatly appreciate you viewing. If there's anything I can do for you, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com. The 5th and final round is coming, and I'll be honest, as of filming this video, I'm not sure which models I'm going to use yet. I'm starting to think maybe the Ranger and the Railmaster, or I even thought about the Constellation and maybe the Tudor Royal. The price point there is a little different, obviously, but we'll see what round 5 brings. Look forward to hearing what the comments are here, and we'll see you in the next video.